Welcome back to the Daily Taoist with Will S. We are talking about the Tao Te Ching and how to get back into spirit and alignment with the way. Today I will be your guide and I'll be talking about verse 59. The Tao Te Ching was written 2,500 years ago by a man named Lao-Tzu. It is one of the oldest texts in existence, and it is certainly one of the wisest. Its wisdom is timeless, and its message is as relevant and important now as it was back then, if not more so. It is vital that we learn to come back into balance with the natural world and to live in a more harmonious and selfless way. And the Tao Te Ching beautifully instructs us in bringing ourselves and our lives into alignment with the Tao, also known as the Way. Verse 59. There is nothing better than moderation for governing people and serving nature. Moderation begins with giving up one's own ideas. For those who follow the Tao, nothing is impossible. If nothing is impossible, then there are no limits. If a man knows no limits, he is fit to lead. Tolerant like the sky, all-pervading like the sunlight, supple like a tree in the wind, he has no destination in view and makes use of anything life happens to bring his way. This is the way to be deeply rooted and firmly planted in the Tao, and the secret of long life and lasting vision. This verse urges us to live in moderation and let go of all of our fixed ideas, notions, and concepts, which only serve to limit us. Instead, we are asked to find and embrace the limitless. Only then can we truly be in tune with the Tao, the breathing, living, and radiating the very rhythm of life. This is the only prerequisite for being a great leader, for we are no longer guided by the limited ego and a set of mentally constructed ideas and concepts, but are instead like an empty flute which the breath of life can flow and give the most beautiful, harmonious music. And this is the music the world needs most to hear. Going to level with you guys. I am having some bouts of insomnia. Haven't been able to sleep that well, so I thought I would just get a podcast out, clear my head, clear my thoughts, let go of my own ideas, my limitations. I have been praying a lot lately. As you may or may not know, things aren't going the greatest in my life right now. Don't really tend to talk that much about it. I'm not destitute or anything like that, but I am just trying to heal my body and my spirit and my mind. And this podcast helps me get that out, get that out of my get out of my own head and get my own sense of purpose and direction back again. I don't ever really think of myself as a leader. Perhaps I am in a small way. I do follow verse 17 of the Tao Te Ching fairly diligently when it comes to my leadership. So I know the world has gone quite insane. Um, I strongly believe that we are living in some sort of a simulation, but that's just one of my views. Um, my latest in the Mandelbrot universe. We live inside of a just in case that Mandelbrot aboard the Karma space station. So everything in the world that's going on right now, and I'm just paraphrasing. Have you anyone ever seen an episode of Rick and Morty when they go inside of the car battery for Rick's car, and there's a tiny universe inside of the battery that powers the battery for the car? Um, think of our just in case, the world that we live in is that tiny battery, and we live inside of it. So if that is, if that's the basis for reality, then, what's going on around us. I mean, not to say that it isn't horrible. I mean, there's lots of horrible things, but there's lots of good things in the world too. But we are but a speck of dust in a cosmic orchestra, right? That's the way I look at it. Like we are just a small part of a larger whole. We are asked to find and embrace the limitless. Only then can we truly be in tune with the Tao, the living, breathing, and radiating the very rhythm of life. So the way that I look at it is that the Tao is the tapestry. We are the individual notes of music. Right? If you look at the Tao from a musical perspective, for example, there is a composition, which is the Tao, the flow. We are the individual notes. Right? And when you kind of start to let go and think of those terms, there's not a lot of things that can harm you. So I hope everyone out there that's listening to this podcast is doing well. I do it from my own heart. I do it from the depth of my soul. I don't do it for selfish reasons. I just want to put out good content that perhaps can get picked up and be used later on by either myself or other people. If you suffer from insomnia like I do, try to read. I've been reading or trying to read more. I need to go pick up my chest of books for my dad's house. That's where all my reading content is right now. I'm going to start trying to read a bit more, get some more bite sized nutriments into my diet. Compliments to the blog. For the blog, go to Rory at the dailytaoistblogspot.com. Thank you, Rory. Thanks for listening, guys. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the Daily Taoist. I love each and every one of you in the Mandelbrot universe. Keep your stick on the ice. I hope you're doing well. Namaste.